Have you found yourself being a lot more anxious lately? Because I know that I have. And in speaking with a lot of my friends and people that I encounter on a day to day basis, a lot of other people are feeling anxious too. So I thought that it would be appropriate to come on and share a bit about what I've done to help me deal with some of that anxiety. I know if you are a subscriber and you've watched a lot of my videos, I took a bit of a break because I had to deal with some personal issues. And even that gave me anxiety because I'm like, oh my gosh, as a new YouTuber, if you will, when you are not posting consistently, that kind of has some effect on your channel. But as a person, it's always been important to me to prioritize family. And so that's what I had to do. And that's why there's been a little bit of a break, but I'm back. Man, I guess I really didn't realize initially that I was so anxious, but I found myself not being able to sleep or just really antsy all the time. And I would just be like, I have to do something because I'm gonna like go crazy. I had to turn the TV off. What could you say? Turn the TV off? I had to turn it off. When things become too much, it's okay to unplug. So you don't have to scroll. You don't have to watch TV. Sometimes it's probably better that you don't and you just take a bit of a time out and spend some time with yourself relaxing. Even if it's just sitting still for a minute, that may be all you need to kind of give your mind a chance to rest from everything that you're taking in. That seems like, every time you turn around with something on the TV or the phone or whatever. I charged myself with committing to reading the Bible, the whole Bible this year. And so I found a Bible plan that would be appropriate for me. And I've been doing a little bit of reading every day. And I think taking the extra time to read and not watch TV or be on the phone has done something for my psyche, but it's also done something for my spirit. And one of the things that I read was Philippians uh, 4. I got it here because I didn't want to mess it up. 4, verse 6 through 7. And basically, what it says is be anxious for nothing, but in every situation through prayer and petition, um, like make your requests known to God. And his peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Heard it before. Not something totally new, but I think just now where I am and how I'm feeling, it meant something different to me. And, just one dealing with family stuff, things going on around me in the world, you know, I'm looking for another job. It's all these things, people are being laid off. All of these things create all this anxiousness. And if you're not careful, it's really easy to get wrapped up in all of it. And so, again, reading my Bible and just doing some things for me, my own self care, my own mental health has really helped me to kind of manage because we still have to live in the world, right? You can't just ball up and close your eyes to the things that are happening around you, but we do have to be intentional with how we navigate where we are. And so, just to share some things that I've been doing personally that may help you, you can always let me know in the comments if you do some of these things or if you started to do some of these things after watching the video and if you found it was helpful. So, the first thing I would say is again, when it becomes too much, turn the TV off, unplug, and just don't have that extra stimuli coming into your psyche because it can become overwhelming and really just you're in like this system overload where it's like boom, 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 one thing after the other. So turn the TV off. The second thing I would say, if you're not a religious person, fine, but you can meditate. You can sit in silence. You can go for a walk. I really like going for a walk in nature. If there's a park nearby, or something, just go for a walk for like 10 minutes. Don't have your phone scrolling. Don't necessarily be listening to music, but just kind of walk, listen to the birds and the things around you, or see what type of things pop into your mind. That might be a time where something creative comes to you, or something that you've been wondering about or worrying about, and it just kind of comes to you differently, but you give yourself time to relax and de-stress, if you will. If you have a lot of things going on and you can't necessarily get to the park, when you come in, one thing I started doing with my children was, mommy needs 15 minutes. So when we come in, I would either go sit or lay down for 15 minutes while they have a snack, or sometimes I didn't incorporate it into what we all do. So we all might get on the floor and just kind of lay on the floor and look up at the ceiling and take some deep breaths and just kind of relax. And I found that my kids actually, they enjoyed it. I mean, they weren't always totally still, but that's fine. They're kids. So if they want to wiggle their legs or play with their fingers or something like that, but we're all relaxing and giving ourselves time to decompress from the day. Because, although they're young, kids still are experiencing things throughout their day that they need to de-stress from as well. And then the last thing, which I knew, but I had to remember, was when you're not feeling your best, that's the prime time to do something nice for someone else. So for me, even though I was feeling really bummed out about a lot of things, I was like, turn the camera on. And this is my way of sharing a little bit of peace with whomever watches this video and decides to share it with someone else. This is my own little way of doing something nice for someone else, but also, and it's not something that I do to talk about, but someone asked for money, and instead of, he said he was hungry, instead of just giving him, I did give him money, but I also asked if he wanted something to eat, and I went and bought him some food. And again, that's not something that you do to brag about, because that's not what I'm doing. But for a moment, it took my mind off of what I was going through, and it helped me to see that in spite of the things that I'm going through, it could always be worse. And the reality is, in this moment, at this time, on this day, right now, everything is not the way I would like it to be. The things going on around me and in the world is not the way I would like to see them. But in this moment, I'm okay. My family is okay. And I have to be okay with that, because worrying doesn't do anything anyway. Have you ever had a situation where you worried about something? I mean, to the point where it almost made you sick, only for the thing that you were worrying about to never happen. And that's kind of what that verse is talking about. Like, just focus on today. Just focus on today. Tomorrow, we'll deal with tomorrow when it gets here. But for today, you're okay. Your family is okay. And you have to be okay with that being enough, or you'll go crazy worrying about everything. If you like this video, then you'll enjoy another video where I share some of the hardships with being married and the things I did to kind of overcome those hardships. Also, if you like this video, please like it and leave me a comment. Let me know whether you could relate to some of these things, and also share some things that maybe you do when you're feeling really overwhelmed or anxious. And the final thing, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you never miss any new videos. Till next time.